Hey, how are we doing, guys? Gray here, and today we are back for week 3 of the CGT. We're going up against Aquarius, aka Addison, and her Chicago Strength Sap. Good friend of mine, commissioner of the league, and also a terrifying battler. Make sure to go check her out. Her link will be down in the description below, as well as all the coaches for the CGT this season. Make sure to like if you're enjoying the content, sub so you don't miss out on the rest of the CGT season, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the battle. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here we are for the battle against Addison. I'm going to press A to get into this, not waste any more time. Hopefully I've done an intro for this week, but what do we see? Roughly what I was expecting. We don't see me and Shao, we don't see Crobat, we do see the Mesprit instead. The defensive, we do see Zarude as well. What do we not see that I kind of expected? I don't remember from my team builder I've only just done. Nihilego and Crobat was the other one. So, okay, so no Nihilego means that my Reuniclus is a little bit more free to switch in on various things, which is great. Mainly going to be, I don't know actually. I don't know what it's mainly going to be. As item is a little less useful now, but still going to be quite nice to keep a hold of. The Stunfisk was to be expected, but here we are. I'm just going to lead off with Torn. I think it's got a pretty good matchup against almost everything on this team. The only thing it doesn't have a good matchup against is the Stunfisk, but if I see the Stunfisk, I'm actually just going to click Taunt, turn 1, and then I'm going to go out into Taunt. And Taunt's matchup actually looks kind of nuts. Yeah, like Taunt looks great here. Knocking off an item early will be great for me. So I think that's got to be the plan. Try and get Taunt in as much as possible before the rocks go up. I'm sure there's going to be a point where I'm not going to be able to prevent the rocks from going up, but that's why we've got the boots on the ones we do. We've got plenty of recovery. Really, it's just the Thundy I don't want to get rocked. So good luck, have fun to my opponent. Make sure you go check out Addison. She's a good friend of mine. Fantastic player, one of the best preps in the game in my opinion. Cleopatra, that's going to be the... This is fine. Absolutely fine with this. I will just click Taunt. Do I want to click Taunt, or is this going to be potential Choice Scarf? A potential Choice Scarf. Scarfing this is not the worst thing in the world. So... yeah, I'll just Taunt. It's a mid-ground. Prevents potential Carmine, prevents Toxic. Just gonna knock off. That's absolutely fine by me. Doesn't bother me too much at all. I will just Hurricane. Good to know this does have knockoff. We're going to connect with the Hurricane as well, which is always nice. That does very little. Nature's Madness, is this AV? Okay, so Torn, Tapu Fini. See, what would Hurricane be doing? It looks like it's done about 20-ish%, so at the very least it's got to be Spadef. Very least it's probably going to be Spadef. I will just U-turn here. If she goes into Stunfisk, she goes into Stunfisk. Okay, she doesn't. We don't see a Rocky Helmet or anything. And I will go into, I think, you. Because I think you have a little bit less to offer in this game. Haze, in the end, probably not needed. Was it like Calm Nature? I think it's got to be AV. So taking out little. That's honestly fine by me. I don't mind that at all. What's going to be her likeliest switch in to this? Probably the Aegislash, I would say. I think knocking off would be fine regardless here. Because if it's AV, it's good to knock that off. She's going to knock off as well. A little bit annoying, but we'll exchange knocks. Yeah, there's the AV. And do I knock off again? Expecting the AG to come in. How many turns of Misty Terrain are left? One turn. So it's possible that AG will come in. What do I need Tentacruel for? Honestly, it's for a Zoom rule. I've actually lost too much health for it to be able to check a Zoom rule properly now, so... I don't think she's going to want to take the Sludge Wave here. If I expect... What's a mid-ground that I could potentially do? If I expect the AG to come in... Yeah, I think if I expect the AG to come in... Yeah, there's a switch. I see Knuckles. That's the Mesprit. Would have liked to have knocked that off, but at the same time I think this is also fine. She doesn't have a good switch into this. Like, she didn't bring Crobat, so she is very weak to Earthquake. Do I want to set up rocks? I think we might exchange rocks here, but I'll set up rocks. Is it going to be quicker? I did put a good amount of speed in, actually. She's going to stay in. And Trick Rooms. Okay. I didn't necessarily expect that. I will just Earthquake. I think it's always my best play. Azu in Trick Room could be scary, so could AG. AG in Trick Room is terrifying. What do I need to keep around for AG? There's rocks. That's going to be a little bit annoying for my Torn. Maybe I shouldn't have let my Torn get knocked off early. That was a strong misplay, I think. Now looks like it's Fizz Def. We can see lefties, no lefties. I'm quite happy, I think, just to keep clicking Earthquake. See what this wants to do, but I'm pretty sure that is Fizz Def. I did around 30-ish%, so it's at least max HP. Yeah, I'd say it's got like at least some physical defense, if not just fully Fizz Def. Probably running a little bit of speed. In fact, it's got to be running speed. No, it doesn't, because it was slow. Being dumb. I was about to say, like, yeah, it has to run speed. Drill actually looks really good here. Minus the Azumarill. Drill looks great. It's going to U-turn. This will do negative damage. Might be enough actually to take me out of lefties, which is very rude. And I think we see probably like maybe Finny here. Wouldn't be surprised to see Finny. Blueberry, that is the Azumarill, right? Yeah. It's going to take rocks, it's going to take an Earthquake. Now, how much does this Earthquake do? It does a lot. Is it Citrus? It's not Citrus, so I assume this is going to be banded. Yeah. I will click Protect. And just see if it wants to lock itself into anything. Liquidation. Now, if I'm going off the assumption that it's banded, I go into Buzzwole here. Because, yeah, I'd never take this hit. So it's not worth me even trying to. I could go Buzzwole. I could also just go into you, if that's a mid-ground for Finny as well. I don't hate that. Because if she's not banded, then she's going to go for Play Rough here, and I get to Scout for that. We'll see. She could just Liquidation again. Yeah, she does. Okay. Yeah, that's going to go down. That's absolutely fine by me. Azumarill is arguably the biggest threat to my team. That's going to be the terrain going, and you're really free. Genuinely, you're very free in this game. I didn't prevent rocks going up, so both Torn and Thundy are going to be taking rocks damage, but that is what it is. I expect Mesprit will probably come in. I think that's fine though, I don't mind that too much. So I could Thunder Punch, I could also double. I could double back into EXCADRILL here. I don't think that's going to necessarily be worth it. I'm fairly happy just to click Thunder Punch. And if Cleopatra, that's fine by me. Because that's going to take rocks. That's also going to take the Thunder Punch. And we think it's probably going to be specially defensive, judging off of its investment there. Yeah, that's going to take so much damage. Never want to stay in. I think Torn is absolutely fine at this point. Torn is another mon that it's kind of seen its use. And Trick Room is going to be a bit of a problem. But at the same time, the Protect on EXCADRILL actually is going to be huge for scouting potential Bandit Azumarill. Because I don't think that will be able to it KO me. No, it won't. Which is always good to know. Always good to know that. AG is a bit of a problem still. Have to figure out what I do about AG, but yeah, the more I look at this now, like losing my boots was huge on this, so do I want to just knock off on this turn? I think knock off will do enough. I could also just U-turn. Let me just double check this because I don't want to fuck up and not have it kill. So Tapu, Finny, if we say it's just not defensive because it took so much damage. A knockoff looks like it should... Actually no, that's... I think I gotta go U-turn. If I U-turn and she Nature's Madness, I guess Uniclus wouldn't be the worst thing, but I think it might just be better for me to click Hurricane here. Do I think that's in range? I don't think it is. I'm going to click Hurricane. She's actually going to withdraw. Interesting. What is this? Stunfisk. And we're going to miss. That's unfortunate. Right, so this becomes a little bit more of a problem. I can go into U. I'm trying to think how I play out this endgame, because I've got to keep a lot of things alive. Is Torn the most important thing on my team to keep alive at this point? I don't think it is. So I can just knock this off. I think that's going to be better for me in the long run. It's Rocky Helmet, so yeah. I would have to say that probably was better for me in the long run. She goes for the Earth Power, expecting me to switch out. That works out beautifully for me. And I will now, I think, double into... Yeah, I'll double into Thundurus. And of course the rocks are going to be causing me some issues. But... yeah, boots, maybe better. Rock Slide, good bring. Good bring. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage. Considering that was her play there, do I just want to click... I could just click Superpower and get off as much damage as possible. This thing is kind of annoying. And I don't need... in fact, I don't need this mon really at all. So, yeah, I'm going to Superpower. I'll go down to the Stunfisk, but I'll Superpower for big damage in return. Respectable damage in return. Stone Edge, Rock Slide and Stone Edge. interesting, but like that's still fine. Because I don't need that to be able to do the job it needs to do. Drill comes in. Like, again, drill looks amazing in this game. Do I take a close combat? That's a question. EXCADRILL, AG, if it is Swords Dance. I do not take a close combat. Oof. Again, I will just Earthquake. I'm definitely going to have to scout out, or if it's Specs AG. If it's Specs, I take one of anything. I think if I let it SD, wouldn't be ideal. Somewhat regret getting rid of Earthquake on my Boswell now, but this is just going to be the sack. Yep, makes sense. Drill gets the kill regardless there. And I've got to assume that it's Mesprit coming back in to set up the Trick Room. If that's the case, I think I Earthquake, Protect, Earthquake. What's it shown? Stealth Rock, U-turn, Trick Room. Like, Trick Room seems to be really vital to her game plan. Seems really vital for it. So if I can get rid of Mesprit. If I get rid of Mesprit, it puts me in a really good spot. That's going to be the... Didn't necessarily expect this to come in. I will just go hard into... Yeah, I've got to go hard into Young Mustard. She's seen Thunder Punch on this, and that's it. She may just be acrobatics. She's going to be bulk up. Makes sense. What do I need this for? Azumarill, still. Gives me a water switch in. Yeah, I'll close combat. I think I might... Yeah, there's the acrobatics. Is it no item? I don't think it's no item. Close combat's going to do some good damage. I think I'm going to have to trade Boswell for this, which kind of sucks. If Torn misses, then that's going to be horrible for my endgame. If I lose this, it's genuinely really bad for me. Reuniclus might be able to take on... Can probably take some of these things on. Is she going to acrobatics again? Or is she going to try and jungle healing? I think she's going to jungle healing. It's going to be a... I mean, there's a strong chance of acrobatics. Yeah, there is. Man, that was a... It's a rough trade. Really rough trade. We potentially lose to AG now, but it depends on what AG set it is. If it's just physical, then yes. Then yes, we do. She doesn't have to give this up at all. So I will just U-turn. Because I think U-turn might not do enough. I'm not exactly like the most attacking of mons. I really haven't played this game particularly well. I will say that much. Like, losing boots on Torn was terrible. I always knew that Tentacruel was my switch into it. When I didn't see Nayada go, that should have been just reinforced. So I know where my mistakes are in this game. Even at +1 defense, this should still knock out of U-turn. And it means that I can go back into drill. I think best case scenario, she just lets us go. Okay, not best case scenario, but that is the... That's fine by me. The U-turn, that looks like it put it in EQ range. This is Rocky Helmet. I'm sure I attacked this with a physical move. No, maybe I didn't. Okay, I think it's still fine. A lot of pressure on Reuniclus and EXCADRILL to do the work here, but they might well be able to do it. I just Earthquake. Always going to be my play here. How much do I take from Zarude on my EXCADRILL? I take a lot from a Power Whip. I take a lot. Okay. Now, do I take an Aqua Jet? Yes. If it's Adamant, huge power. If I take the Aqua Jet, do I then lose? I don't think so. I think Reuniclus should be able to take a hit from Zarude. After rocks, it will not. Perhaps should have invested just a little bit more in defense for that not to be the case. Right, AG is going to not die. It's not going to die. Aegis Slash. In shield form. Actually, after rocks. It doesn't look like it does. Regardless, I think I've got to protect. I'll scout it out. Reuniclus against Azumarill. There's the Aqua Jet. Azumarill. Belly Drum. Not Belly Drum. Choice Band. Can I take 2 is the question here. I have 3 minutes timer. I've got plenty of time. I can take 2 after rocks. Can I take 2? Yes. Does he call me on this? Or does she call me on this? Sorry. I mean, it's a 50-50. It already is. Because I need to keep this thing around. I think she knows that. If I lose this, yeah, I don't think she Aqua Jets again. I think she's going to switch. It's a bold play. Can you switch? Fuck. I mean, we live. Okay, I should have switched. I wanted to call her bluff on that. That was a bad play. We do outspeed everything, barring the Zarude, but Zarude now wins. So yeah, I should have switched. I should have just gone for the double regardless. Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, we lose this game. We lose this game 100% now. We didn't really play very well. Our defensive pieces we didn't use very well. Yeah. It's a rough one. But I didn't necessarily feel that comfortable with my build, and I think it shows. Last week I felt really comfortable with it. This week I just don't. I should have just doubled. Should have just doubled. Because I can always just regen. Big misplay on my part, but what are you going to do? Goes out into AG? AG. Gotta assume this has got... is gonna have Shadow Sneak here. Just gotta assume that it does. Regardless, I'm gonna Earthquake because I don't think it makes any difference. Yeah, there's... I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever here. Good game to Addison. She definitely outplayed me in this. Definitely outplayed me. Finny, I should have done straight into Tentacle. Tentacle was kind of useless. The Stun Fisk having 2 rock moves. Didn't expect that, but it's certainly put into work. Yeah, really interesting set. And I will just Shadow Ball. Man, if I just attacked initially, I mean, this won't kill me, but we are going to lose 2-0. 2-0 is respectable. Definitely respectable. If I had doubled and still had... I don't think there was any way of me really winning in that endgame. Because regardless, I probably would have had to take an Aquajet with my EXCADRILL. Yeah, I think I just needed too many pieces and didn't have them left. If I was still Rocky Helmet on my Buzzwole, this would have died. There's a few things that, yeah. Some things in prep that really cost me here. It was a close game. It is a very close 2-0. But it's a loss regardless. Like I said in Team Builder, and potentially in the intro, I don't know. One loss isn't going to matter too much as long as we don't continue to lose afterwards. But yeah, Aquarius is a very, very good player, so losing to her is, like, there's no hardship in losing to her. She played and prepped better than I did. I'm more so the play. I think my prep was somewhat decent. Do I wish that I had stuck with my boots, bulk up, Thundy a little bit? Yeah. That probably would have helped me out in that position, but it is what it is. If I stuck to Rocky Helmet, would have helped me in that certain scenario, but at the same time, in a different scenario, boots was better. Should I have expected the acrobatics? Yes. I knew the acrobatics was going to be there, but there was nothing I could really do to prevent it, if that makes any sense. Like, I just had to kind of accept that was going to be a thing. Yeah, outside of that, I'm just trying to think of what else I could have done. I think losing so much to Finny, losing my boots on Torn, was really detrimental in the end, actually. Not being able to get my regen on it, that sucked. Yeah, just trying to think. Like, the Rocky Helmet was unfortunate, but again, if I was boots, wouldn't have been a problem. Yeah, Tentacle should have been the Finny switch, should have let it go down in that situation, or should have traded in that situation. Outside of that, I don't think there was too much more I could realistically have done. I think that I crippled myself in the early game a lot, and struggled to come back. And I think a 2-0, which was a close 2-0 at that as well, is not a bad result. We'll take that and we'll come back better for week 4. If you did enjoy the battle, please do leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of the season. Make sure to go check out Addison as well as all the other coaches for the CGT this season. And until next time, have a great day, guys.